when you hear someone like that explain with evidence like how it actually affects your brain physically and like how it affects it's mostly dopamine that it's playing on, right?
Yeah.
That's when it becomes undeniable. And like Frank said, anyone who thinks that like you're wondering, is there a healthy way to look at pornography in moderation, like without no downsides? When you start to learn that side of it, I don't know if you have a different answer to this, but I think the answer, especially today with the way it's delivered to us, is no, because it's literally created to specifically affect our brains like that, right?
Yeah, that's been cool for me, man. Is like I have a lot of friends that are high performers. I mean, these are guys that are operating, top 1% in the world. From their fitness, from their businesses, from their relationships. These guys go after it and get it done. When I started talking about this, man, the amount of men that reach out to me, like Frank, thank you, because I never thought about it like that. These guys, they didn't do it morally. They didn't stop it, because there were moral issues. They didn't stop because they actually thought they had an addiction. They're just set their lives up full optimization that if something is not doing good for them, there's no need for me to have it in my life. So I've heard from dozens of men, dozens of my personal friends that, like I said, these guys have been getting after it. Were they quote unquote addicted? Were they consumed it every single day? No, these might have been guys that once a week, once a month, maybe once every 3 months. They're like, if it's not doing any good for me, I don't even want it. It's like putting a drug into my brain. So yeah, I don't believe that every guy that consumes pornography gets addicted to it, just like every person that drinks alcohol doesn't become an alcoholic, just like every person that participates in recreational drugs doesn't become a drug addict. But if your goal, which the men that you speak to, is full optimization, becoming the best possible man that you can be, I don't believe that there's any place in your life for it. Because like I said, not even from an optimization standpoint, but there's nothing masculine or manly about it. It is the opposite of what being a masculine man is, in my opinion.
And earlier you said, so to someone who isn't like sure whether or not it's a problem for them specifically, just what would you say? Just try to stop for 30 days and see what happens, basically. And if you can't, then you probably are.
Yeah, I think that's a very clear sign. If you're hearing this and you're like, Frank, you don't know what you're talking about. I watch porn and I have no problems with it. I could quit tomorrow. Then go ahead, brother. Do it. And if you're not willing to give that up, I think there's something revealing to you. Why do you need to hold on to this fake world? Why do you need to hold on to this pleasure-seeking, porn that is hijacking your brain? So if you say it's not a problem, but you're not willing to give it up, very revealing. And if you say you're going to give it up and you can't, very revealing. So yeah, I think that's a challenge that I share a lot. I haven't had a whole lot of men take me up on it. Maybe there are some out there, but I think that would be my answer to a lot of those guys.
That seems weird to me though. Like, why not? Like, so if you hear that challenge and you're like, and you're argumentative of even trying it out, that's number one sign that it might be a problem. And then number two, if you try and you can't, then it's an issue.
Yeah, it's like it's a good idea to once a year go 30 days without cookies or something. You know what I mean? Like you don't need something every day, and if you do, there's a clear sign that it's probably got a bigger hold on you than you're admitting to yourself.